Hello, welcome to Soulmate Coach Crystal. Today our topic is why what he's not saying is just as important as what he is saying. In previous posts we've covered different things like believe what people are telling you. We also have to pay attention to behaviors and actions. But there's also another area that we want to take, another component we want to take into consideration, and that is what he is not saying to you. And this is true in life, this is true in dating. But what people don't say to us can be just as telling as what they do say to us. I have a lovely example of this. I met a gentleman on the train a few months ago on the way home, and he wanted to discuss with me marriage and why he never wanted to get married again. And he basically told me his story, and this is it in a nutshell. He was married for 8 years. He relocated to the D.C. metropolitan area. His wife met another man, and he lost his job for 2 months. Well, over the course of his wife dealing with this other man was able to convince his wife that she should leave him because he wasn't being the man of the house. And she did. She left him. And so his thing was, he never wanted to get married again because he gave his all and he did all he knew how to do. And all that happened was he lost his job for 2 months and his wife left. Now, although I feel a lot of compassion for his story, and his situation is tough, I don't believe that. And I don't believe if I asked his wife that would be the same story I would get. So what wasn't he saying? He wasn't taking responsibility for his part. He wasn't owning any of what happened in the marriage. And that's huge. That is huge. And so if I were getting to know him, though the fact that he said he never wanted to get married, if you want to get married, would be a red flag. But then what he didn't say, it was really as telling as what he did say. And so I say this to you to say, pay attention. Because sometimes when someone's telling us a story, we can be very tempted to sympathize and empathize with them. And almost some of us feel like we're going to take them in and take care of them and protect them, and they're never going to feel that kind of hurt again. Versus being able to step back and go, wow, okay, what didn't he tell me? He didn't take responsibility. He didn't own any of it. Well, maybe this is a person that doesn't take responsibility for their actions and doesn't own them. And so he's not able to say, wow, my point or my part was this. How would that fare for you in a relationship? So I just want to challenge you guys. When you're meeting people, you're dating people, you're talking to people, pay attention. Pay attention to what they do say. Pay attention to what they do. Pay attention to what they do, as well as pay attention to what they don't say. So what is he not saying? What is what he's not saying telling you about who he is? Think about those things and practice it and see what pops up. Ask yourself that question when you're dating and just in life in general when you meet people to, sharpen that skill. When someone's telling you something, stop and ask yourself, what are they not saying? You might be surprised at what you discover. Well, that's it. I've decided to put my email and website on the bottom of the post so I don't have to remember how to say it. So that's good. And also the relationship workshop is coming up January the 16th. It's at the Bowie Library in Bowie, Maryland. If any of you are in this area, you can go to my website and get information on. You can actually register for it. And we're going to cover how to recognize a red flag. What else? Why what he's not saying is important. We're going to go into that more. We're going to touch bases with what are your blind spots? What do you miss, and how can you shore up those areas so, those little pesky, no good guys don't sneak through the cracks. And just much, much more. It's going to be awesome. And so contact me if you're interested. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.